Hello everyone and welcome to this off-season event here in Lrc. After a great season 7, it's finally time to go a bit down the road again and be grateful of our heritage. We are doing an F2 challenge with 7 upcoming races, and today we have the first one here today in Kota. My name is Phil. You maybe remember me from a long time in the commentator seat ago. It has been quite a while, but now we will start the first one-shot qualifying of this challenge. Let's have a look who gets the first pole position here for the upcoming sprint event. So let's see who we could watch. Of course, we have some familiar faces here. Unfortunately, not as many drivers as we hoped for. And meanwhile, Coolest is so far number 1 in I think that's an Invicta. Yeah, it is an Invicta. So down to turn 1, very tricky on the traction here, but the Coolest nails it really nice. Nade actually climbing up into P1 for now. Let's have a look on his round so far. He's of course in the MP Motorsports car. Let's see. Nicely done through sector 1 so far. That looks very decent. Let's actually get the map on. Oh, I forgot to turn the game into English. That's my bad, I'm sorry. But now they're doing a great job so far. Then we have Blazer right behind him. And then, of course, Kakaloris, the teammate of Nade. Nade so far is nailing every corner. A bit of a lockup here into the hairpin. But so far, still good enough for P1 for Nade. That's quite surprising. Let's see now down the long straight for Nade. Looking, does he nail a braking point and does he get a penalty for track invalidation? No, that looks very nice. That is indeed a very good corner so far. Now onto the tricky sector 3. And also very decently done. That's quite a lap from Nade. I think that P1 will be quite good. On P2 we have the poo-poo brown car of Blazer, and now also he fights with Lrc Trains. That could be close, but Nade is still 5.5 ahead for the pole position. And does he get it? A bit of a side running, and it is the fastest lap. It's the fastest lap by a 10 for Nade. That's actually a great lap who is driving in Dennis Hauger's car today. Great job. So that's the first pole position by Nade. It looks like he has done a lot of practice for the F2 cars. The F2 cars are quite different from in the driving, like from the F1 cars. They actually require a bit of skill. So let's go through the results for the qualifying. We have Nane in P1, great lap for him. Then Lrc Trains for Pamela in P2, Blazer in P3, Coolest, good lap in P4. Right behind him Kakaloris in P5, Xy's P6, reserving for me today. Then we have Trimmer Shape in P7, Nukia Bubble in 8, Kimi in 9th, and then Lele rounding up the top 10, perhaps in P11, and Pablo not setting a lap time, unfortunately. So, not much of a big break. We will just look into the wait till the driver's ready up, which should take hopefully a few seconds. So, what we basically do for the format in this event, as you have seen, we do the one lap qualifying, the one-shot qualifying, because there is unfortunately not much of another option which the game gives you. Otherwise you can only go full quali, and it will take a bit long. So, and also we do the 50% on the sprint race as well as the 50% on the feature race. Points will be the same as in IRL F2, and also we will have the reverse grid after the feature race. So the positions will be switched around, I think, for the top 8, if I'm not completely wrong. We will see about that when it happens. Yeah, I hope you are excited, are as much excited as I am for this event, especially since we have a lot of class drivers here still. Let me just get my OBS back up. I don't see it right now, unfortunately, which would be beneficial. So you just have a... Yep, there, now I can see it again. Lingang, Guli Guli. Exactly. So if Blazer crashes, you are legally required to spam Lingang Bully to him in his DMs. That is very important that you follow this rule, because that is Chinese and people hate Chinese stuff. At least Americans, I guess. Yeah, otherwise that is you should focus on making a setup, man, not on on writing in Twitch chat. He's pinging me. Mark for me, man, I have set up. Okay, then I trust you, man. You guys can ready up. So we should go in a few seconds. We have a formation lab coming up where we can take a look of, about which driver chose which car, because we didn't see everything for now so far. So, okay, it's reverse grid for the feature race, as it looks like. Interesting. So, that means the GOAT himself will start on pole. What a man it is. It is the man himself. Lele. He has done it again. He's in here. He's gonna lead the race and gonna get his first LS. Even meanwhile, he already starts spinning it. It's a Invicta from Nuclear Bubble. So let's go through the grid of it. We have Lele in a Trident. It's fair shotgun. So Lele channeling his inner Dutch. So we have Kimi, aka Juli Cesar, in the other PP Pupu Brown car in from Dirksen. Then we have Nuclear Bubble in the Invicta. I don't know exactly which Invicta this is. Alpine, I don't have, I have honestly no clue. Then we have Haja Scam. That is concerning flag on Trimmer's Halo. We leave it at that. Then we have Ixies, who's reserving for me in Saint Maloney's car. The only other Barbados person I know from, otherwise from Brianna. Cacaloris in Colapintos MP. We have Coolest in P7 in the other Invicta. That should be is Bortolotti in Invicta? I would have to look it up, I don't know. Okay, it's Bortolotti because of the McLaren. Then we have the second PP Pupu driver, aka AIX with Blazer. That is Barnard's car, so he is going back to the Revolutionary War, the Independence War, I'm sorry, Independence War. We have I Like Trains and Kimi Antonelli's Prema. We have Nade in the... That is like a nice tire heating procedure by Trent. We have Nade, as seen before, in the other MP from Dennis Hauger. Perhaps in... I think that's a dance. Yep, that's a dance. I think Crawford, if I'm not completely wrong. Then, and we have Pablo in Ollie Behrman's Prema. And he, of course, will try to finish the race. I think he has a good chance to maybe get some points. P12 maybe not the best position, but there's always a good chance for a bit of chaos into turn one. Meanwhile, now we see Lele, the man himself, lining up on the grid. He will do it. He will win this race. And he's in neutral. He is in neutral. He has done advanced techniques there, guys. So now Lele is lining up with his grid spot. Everyone is, I think, on medium. I think you don't have a chance of tires in the sprint race. No, you don't. So everyone on the medium right now. Let's see. So that means also no pit stops. And let's see if I can get a good camera angle. Yeah, we have 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go for the F2 challenge here in Lrc, and letting hit a decent start as it looks like. And now they all go up the hill side by side, and there we see an AIX going already into a move. And looks like, oh, there's a collision. There is a collision. Coolest is involved in a bit of terrorism there. He's doing the George Russell impression as he would like to do as always. And there we go. Trimmer Shake somehow got past Kimi and Lele. So Trimmer Shake so far has done a great job into turn 1. He's leading the race. 3 positions gained on the leader Lele, and Kimi of course the losers from the start. And Lele now has to defend from Ixis, who is right behind him in the rolling car. Let's see if Ixis decides to go for maybe an aggressive move down into the turn 11. And now he has to defend from Coolest. Coolest is the opposite, makes the opposite. And we have seen Nuclear Bubble spinning unfortunately a bit in the background, but he's still on the road, so no safety cars there. And now Ixis against Ixis versus Coolest now down the main straight into the hard braking zone where of course we had the controversy. Oh, Ixis with the lockup. Ixis with a lockup. That means like, oh, and Ixis spun. Ixis has spun around. That leaves the door open for full drivers to get in a few more positions. And meanwhile, Trimmer Shade still doing a great job keeping the car into P1. But Kimi is still not, he has not gotten rid of Kimi yet. And now side by side, Lele and Coolest. Is Coolest looking for the movement to the second to last turn. Nicely defended here by Lele. But outside of the track, that would probably give him a track penalty. And now Coolest making an easy overtake on Lele. Trimmer Shade meanwhile fastest lap of the race so far. Great job by the French driver. And now we see, is Lele going for a move? No, actually it's Blazer trying to get past the trident of Lele. But it's not enough yet. The poo brown car is not good enough yet so far. So we have a bit of a corner pace now. Kimi now hardly defending against Coolest. Coolest one step podium right away. Faster sector 1 so far for the British driver. And we have Ixis spun. Ixis even in the wall, and this car is nearly beached there. But as far as I have seen, he has a broken front wing. So that means Ixis unfortunately is not able to get proper points from this race. He has to go into the pits for a new front wing, because it's not like in F2, in F1, where we could actually continue to drive. Meanwhile, Kimi now against Coolest and side by side through turn 11. That is a great fight here. But Coolest getting the position. He already gained 5 positions on the field up ahead. I'm terribly sorry if my commentating skills have gone down over the months. It has been a long time. So we have now Lrc Trains fighting everyone behind it. There is a pack of 4 cars going side by side through the, I think it's 4 Apexes here. And who's gonna profit from that? I think Lele still defended that. That's great job by Lele, but Lrc Trains gained a few positions. But now he has to defend a bit of a lockup into the last turn, and now it's a side by side with Blazer. Blazer now against Lrc Trains on the sprint up the hill, and we should get DRS also this lap. So things will now get particularly spicy. Blazer now side by side with Lawrence into turn 1, and Blazer actually still going with Lawrence into turn 2, and it could be now very close between each other. Someone has to give way. Someone has to give way, otherwise there would be a crash, and Ixis retiring from the session unfortunately. But it was expected because he couldn't do much anymore in this race. Blazer only still in 7th. He gained 1 position, but it's not enough to get past yet. Meanwhile, I like Trains now on the hunt on Leland's rear, but they're fighting ahead Leland a bit. He now has a 7/10, it's only a 5/10 gap. Now, of course, DRS is now an 8, and Cool is actually in the DRS range of Trimmer. Is Cool going for a desperate move here or not? Let's see if he has enough straight line speed to catch the French driver. It's not enough yet. Meanwhile, we see Lelle going for the overtake on, I think that was I Like Trains, and I Like Trains also going past Kimi here. Kimi right in the fight for the podium position, and that is what we expected from the F2 event. Great battling on track with not much battery usage, and Kimi has done a massive mistake here. I think he went really over the curb here. I Like Trains somehow got past and I missed it, unfortunately. That's bad. Loris gained a position here. Its position changes one after, and Loris actually pushing now Blazer away. That is not the cleanest racing. They are probably thinking about the Argentinian inflation from the car he's driving. So let's see if is someone going for overtakes. Oh, there's a fight for P1. It's now the French driver Trimmer against Coolest. And Coolest tried to go for the overtake into turn 1, but it wasn't the... Remember, Blazer also still fighting with Lelle, and it's still 4 cars into sector 1. If someone does a mistake, a big accident will happen here. Oh, I think I forgot to put the track limits on strict, I think. That's great. That's why we didn't saw any time penalties yet. It might be that we have to set up a new lobby. We have to see. So, now again, Coolest against Tumashev, round number 2. And that looks like an easy overtake with DRS. That's 6 positions gained for the Invicta. That is now a great chance to bring it to the end of the race. Great driving so far by the Invicta driver with Coolest. Now there's also position changes. Loris, oh, there is a big Conon. There's a bit of a kerfuffle. Lelle were offset of track. He has to be careful that the sword doesn't give him a 5-second penalty. Oh, and Kimi making contact with the rear of Lelle. That is probably not the nicest thing. Lelle actually giving the position, as it looks like. I don't know why. Maybe he didn't get enough grip for so far, but Kimi one position up, but it's a bit of a mistake here. Meanwhile, Nade is also trying to go for everything. He gained 4 positions, but I think he fell out of the DRS, unfortunately. So it's now, he has to hope now that the drivers ahead will battle each other enough that he can get back into the DRS range. But 2.2 seconds is a lot. Hopefully he makes it. Meanwhile, we still have the battle now between Kimi, perhaps, and also Lelle. It's again 4 cars now into the S section here in the Circuit of Americas. Kimi unfortunately losing another position, but perhaps made a great overtake here. Lelle is actually proving that he is still a very solid driver. Now we see Blazer on right into the rear of Loris. Oh, a bit of a snap here. Let's see, we have a huge train now forming behind the Coolest. I think Coolest might have has to defend a bit here now. That all is enough for straight line speed. I think. Oh, that could be bad. That could be bad. Rewrite. Let's see. No, it's actually going all well. Oh, someone is getting a time penalty like in real life. So it's Tumashev against I Like Trains now for P2, and I Like Trains is now sending it down the inside for a great overtake maneuver there. That was really nicely done. So it's expected Coolest and I Like Trains are very fast F2 drivers. Both on gained 6 and 7 positions of, and we have a yellow flag behind. That's for perhaps has spun around, unfortunately, and that means Pablo is in the points. Everyone. And perhaps lost us going side by side through the second to last corner with Nuclear Bubble here. Interesting. Oh, I should focus on the front, and as it looks like, I Like Trains so far now in the leading position in the Prema. But Coolest is not giving up. He's right on the tail of I Like Trains here. Trimmershave is also still looking for a better position. P3 is still a very representative position if he can bring it over the line. But he has still 5 laps to go to finish that. Then Lrc just right behind him, and then also Blazer. Blazer now looking, let's have a look from Blazer's perspective maybe. I think there is not much happened. This thought a bit of thought for a second here about going on the move of I Like Trains. But he has decided, and he tries to go into the inside, but nicely defended here by maybe a bit late, but now still side by side, and oh, is Coolest going for it, and there could be a bit of contact. There is a bit of contact that will hurt both of them a bit, but so far Coolest with a bit of pushing now into P1 again. He has definitely learned from his NASCAR watching of the last few months, so could be interesting, because in NASCAR, as we all know, there are like no penalties. And meanwhile Blazer going side by side with Trimmershave. That could be now a very interesting battle now up the hill, but Trimmershave not getting the open front rear wing. That could hurt him now, and let's see if Lrc actually goes for the move, and we have I Like Trains and Coolest going for round 2 into turn 1, and I Like Trains actually getting the position back. That could be a race till the end between those two cars for the win in the sprint race. 4 laps to go. Meanwhile Blazer also got past Lrc, and Trimmershave unfortunately lost a bit out here, but he maybe has a chance to get back here if he gets the DRS on the next straight. Then he can regain on Lrc. Meanwhile, I think Pablo is very close to the rear of Kimi. Let's see if I look if he on them straight when they go back. So let's see. We have now Trimmershave against Lrc. Lrc looked like he had a poor exit out of the 11. And Trimmershave is now trying to get past, or he is past Lrc again. But that's also a battle that probably doesn't end until the end. Laser now also in the battle for the top positions. And Pablo actually got past Kimi, but they're still going step by step. Oh, Kimi is looking for a move down the inside, and oh, Pablo closed the door there. That is on Pablo, definitely. That wasn't the nicest overtake here, even if you could call it an overtake. So far Pablo still in P8, and Blazer actually setting the fastest lap now. And he has the open DRS. Now let's see if Coolest or Blazer can get past each other. So far, the property of the situation is I Like Trains. I Like Trains stays in front now, because Coolest has a driver behind him where he has to look out for. Perhaps it's in the pits. I don't know what Blood is doing there. That's a feature race. You don't need new tires. And side by side now Blazer and Coolest for the P2, and Blazer has a loose rear already. That setup that he put on is probably not working as fine as he hoped for. And I Like Trains already is close to the 1 second gap. It's not enough yet, so Coolest will get the DRS. But of course, if Blazer decides now to get a cheeky overtake attempt, that could hurt them both. That both fall off the DRS range of I Like Trains. Let's see if Blazer is playing with Coolest smart game here. It's not I Like Trains with a huge lockup here. That's not profiting him, and already 4 tenths gone for him. Meanwhile, we still have Coolest and Blazer going for the scraps here for P2, but it's not over yet. The fight for the P1 is still open. Meanwhile, we have a big gap between Nade and Lele. Lele down on P7, doing the best he can and leading the best of the rest, to be honest. So that's a great job. And right behind, and he has a good gap on Babu, 5/10 I think ahead in the other Prema. And Kimi right behind him. Let's see if there will be an overtake attempt now. Blazer still going side by side with Coolest, but not enough yet. Still not enough. That obviously helped Lrc a bit, but still 2 seconds is. I thought Blazer was going for a move. And we have a yellow flag. That's perhaps again. Unfortunate for him, his race is not going as well as he hoped for. And oh, yeah, that's not the line that you should look for. And Coolest now has to defend now into turn 11. And who profited from all of that is now Lrc. Lrc is out of the DRS range from Coolest. That could leave the Coolest vulnerable now. And it will be a very hard piece of work now to get the P1 for Coolest. And Blazer now going for the overtake attempt on the inside of turn 12. And he does it so far. Nicely done here by Blazer. No pushing over the line here. So that's a fair and clean overtake so far. But of course, Coolest will get the revenge chance now on the main straight. Never mind, Coolest is already going in for the inside and still a hard battle. Pushing Blazer a bit wide here, but still giving the position back now. Coolest should hope for the DRS section. But maybe Blazer is driving with more straight line speed than expected. So it could be tricky for him to get past him on the straights. We have now 2 laps remaining when Lrc crosses the line. We go side by side and there is a spin also. No! Lele has spun! Someone killed Lele, I think it was Pablo. Kill the other French driver. Kill him! That promotes Nubia Bubble to P8 and also Kimi back again into P7. Actually unexpected now. Trimmershave has to defend now from Nade, who's going for a great overtake attempt. Maybe a bit late on the brakes, but Trimmershave giving up the position. He probably wants to go for the revenge down the main straight. Still side by side, Coolest and Blazer. If Blazer isn't careful with his driving, he could very well take out both of them. Oh, that's not the nicest line here from Blazer. And now overtaking attempt, nope. But he will go try it with DRS. So it will be a battle between DRS and look who profited from that. Look who's back. It's Kakaloris. Kakaloris is PT Kaka, but he doesn't get wing. He doesn't get the rear wing. That's actually very surprising how Loris didn't get the rear wing here. Still side by side now onto turn 11, turn 12 again. We have Blazer getting the position on Coolest. Perhaps has retired in the pits after the spins you have maybe seen on the bottom screen and on the minimap. So now it will be a game down the line. Blazer has a good gap of 5/10, but now Coolest also has defend from Lrc, but Blazer of course the only car in this train without the DRS. We also have to keep an eye on Nade and Trimmershave. Trimmershave, as you know, is a feisty driver. He doesn't like to give up positions at any point. Now it's again Coolest and Blazer going for the second position here. I think that's pretty much done and dusted for Lrc. Otherwise, if he doesn't spin, let's hope he doesn't. And now it's everything in the DRS zone. Can Coolest close the gap down? And can Coolest close the gap enough that it's good enough for an overtake attempt? Let's see. And also we can take out Lrc of the equation. That's right with Coolest. He's gaining. That could be for a desperate move. It's not even a desperate move. It's nicely executed with the S. And also Lrc is looking for the move here. He blocks up, and now it's 3 cars for going through turn 12, and it's a great camera shot from the helicopter. And Lrc is thinking of the overtake into turn 13. It's very close between him and Blazer. Who gets the better line now down the straight? It's going. Lrc is going for the double overtake. It's not enough, and it could be the contact. It isn't. It's just enough not to crash. And Blazer going wide to regain control of the position, and Blazer has probably set it for P3. Otherwise, if Lrc isn't going for a desperate move, but we have to say, great drive by Island Greens, winning the sprint race here in Kota for the first race of the F2 challenge. Coolest in P2, Lrc in P3, Blazer in P3, and now they're also getting into 5th position, both MPs with very good points paying positions. Trimmershape, nice P6. Kimi is now coming up to the line in P7. Nicely done by him, and Nuclear Bubble rounding up P8, and then we have to wait for Pablo, and I'm the biggest unfortunate guy, Lele somehow getting a 10-second here. What a sprint race already. Blazer getting the driver of the day by the game. So let's have a look at the podium for the sprint race. I think we're gonna probably restart. I don't have confirmation yet. Okay, I got confirmation. We will restart the lobby. Unfortunately, because I fucked up. We gonna leave it right now. I'm gonna go into a short intermission, and we will be right back when the new lobby is set up. And we are back after I fucked it completely with the lobby settings. But now we can go for the feature race. We have lost one driver, unfortunately, which is Xyz. Let's hope this time everything is right. People checked it. So we gonna wait for the drivers. Don't forget, hopefully, the setups. Yeah, we had a really exciting sprint race. Sorry, constantly battling, and I think, of course, with a bit of tactic now in the feature race, we always have a pit stop, so people have to come into the pit once, but probably sure doesn't give us any stop on the battles we just witnessed over the main race. Just notice I don't see the mirror. Wait. I think I have to put it like here. Should be fine now. Let's see. Yeah, now it's fine. Now I like it. So we have the good old Lrc gradient again. OBS sometimes is not possible for me. I don't know. I'm stupid. Probably. Yeah. Let's wait. I probably can give command. Let's see when they will ready up, so that we can have an exciting feature race for the F2 challenge. And we have readied up indeed. So we go into the formation lab now, and let's have a look on the tire choices of each driver. So let's go. We go with the telemetry. Details, tires. We have quite a bunch of mixture actually here. We have now the Inline trains going for the longest stint now on the medium tires. Then we have Blazer and Coolers going for an aggressive strategy on the soft, the only front running cars with this strategy. Then we have Lrc, Trimmershift, Bubble and Bablo full on mediums. Lele, Kimi, and perhaps rounding up the grid with the soft. And now we can see all the cars warming the tires. I actually have no idea how it is to warm the tires in the F2 cars. I know it's horrible on the F1 cars because that's what I mostly drive. But I don't know, maybe the F2 cars are actually good on tire physics. I think you have to go full pressure on them anyway to have temperature, so probably mostly the same, but not much weaving for what we see. Maybe the drivers decide to let the AI handle it. Never mind, we see Lrc trains going for a bit of weaving here now. Tires cold from what I can see on this wheel, but maybe the tire temps are not representative here. Let's see. Okay, no, the soft actually have a lot more temperature in it. Interesting, so it looks like the medium runners are struggling to get to temperature. I don't know what the ideal temperature point is, to be honest. Could be that the tires are optimally heated. Maybe they don't need as much heat as the F1 tires. But we will shortly see. Meanwhile, we have to congratulate Nade. He has done a great pole position lap. And now he has a great chance to maybe get the main race victory. I have to say I like the MP from Hauga. Normally, it kind of looks like an old Force India, if you are even that old. Some people in our server unfortunately aren't. Laser do be one of them. That's why he's driving the poo-poo car. Okay, I think the cars are close to be all aligned. We are. So let's see if I get a good position, a good camera position. Doesn't look like it so far. And now we get a good camera. It's 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's go, go, go for the feature race here in the F2 Championship. A terrible start by the Invicta there. And Island Cranes. Oh! What is happening behind? There is a huge incident. I think Lelle maybe had some weeds for the cleaning out Kimmy, and I think that was also Barbara and the other trimmer. Let's have a look on the position changes. And Island Cranes got past Nate. Nate has lost the position to Island Cranes. Island Cranes is absolutely on fire here, already back into P1. He doesn't make any prisoners here. Also, I think Coolest got the position, and Trimmer Shave now going side with Lelle, already 3 seconds of time penalty. And we have Trimmer Shave going side by side with Lrc, and a bit of contact here already. Is that perhaps doing an overtake on the media, on the soft tires, and Lugia Bubble losing the carpet, going off track. There's already so much action, and the Coolest somehow already got past Nade and I like Trains. Nade getting back into P1, and Coolest on the soft is going now for the overtake here into turn 12, and it looks like he made it stick, and he Coolest again into P1. Those soft tires work wonders for the Invicta now, but of course he has to now put everything into the gap, and now also Blazer going for the overtake down the inside line. A great overtake by the poo-poo driver, and that is a double win so far, double top row for the soft runners. Now Coolest and Blazer have to do one job to get as far away from the medium runners as possible for the pit stop, and maybe even out of the DRS range. They should work together here. Let's see if they do. We saw from the feature, from the sprint, that they are not giving any chances to each other. Let's see, Island Trains now again versus Nane, but he locked the brakes a bit here, and it's now a bit of a settled movement here. Nade and Blazer, Coolest and Blazer still going aside by giving no space to each other, but Coolest so far prevailing. Of course, now since we don't have the lenient track limits, people have actually to watch, and that could hurt Blazer. But Blazer was a bit of abuse of the track limits. And we have a spun car. Lrc has got a 10-second penalty for colliding with Kimmy. I don't know what happened here, but Lrc lost a lot of positions here, and that gives also a good chance. Now Lrc spins again in collision with Kimmy. Kimmy couldn't escape the spun car, and now it's getting another 10-second penalty for a severe collision with Kimmy. I don't know if Kimmy is killing Lrc or what is happening here. Meanwhile, we have to keep an eye out on the front row. Coolest side by side, now losing the positions to Blazer. That is what I said, what would hurt them. That shows not the spatial awareness Blazer would have to need. They have to work together here now. From this lap on, the soft runners for the top row have to work together, otherwise they will get swooped up after the pit stops. I love the backfire sound, by the way, of the F2 cars. They are so great. But the F2 cars are such an improvement from the last generation. I mean, they were also good, but look at them now. They are looking fabulous, in my opinion. Kimmy now for an early pit stop. I think he had front wing damage. Is he going to retire, or is he... I'm sorry, that is not a Dutch flag as I mentioned. That's actually the flag of power, right? So, is Kimmy going for a front wing change? I think he is actually. So Kimmy will go longer, but he gets a new front wing now. And Blazer gaining a little bit of a gap now to Coolest. Coolest and Blazer not getting out of the 1 second that could help them. Eine Trains and Nade both are in their DRS. Timmy now switching on a set of mediums, trying to go to the end. I hope he can do that. And now Coolest with a better line down the inside, outside, sorry, on turn 11, and he has done it. He's back again, so hopefully Coolest knows what he has to do if he wants this race victory, but Blazer clearly doesn't. Blazer goes sending it, and I'm absolutely not capable of showing the move here. But Blaze absolutely sent it down the inside on Coolest, and now still side by side through the for apex corner. And Blazer getting the better line on the outside and still in front. Now front rear wing open for 3 cars. My controller disconnected. Let's go for on the keyboard as well. And we have Coolest again into P1. He used the DRS to his advantage, and now he's back again into the first position. Okay, we're back. So, Alex Trains and Nada doing the smart thing here, keeping it together. But they also show great pace. Nana, unfortunately, is so far the biggest loser of the start. Of course, not with the cars who spun and Loris. Another 3 seconds for Lele, unfortunately. 20 seconds of time penalty is interesting for Loris. He probably maybe seeks to get rid of one of the 10 seconds when he goes for a pit stop, I guess. Meanwhile, we have a bit of a battle behind. I didn't even notice Trimashev. Trimashev is keeping a great battle into P3. And now Blazer again going for the overtake. Is Coolest going for the switchback. Coolest is looking on the inside of Blazer. Blazer on the outside of the curb. Is Coolest now standing it on the outside? He isn't. He is not, and they're giving him a light tap. A bit of bomb draft here, but it's not enough. Blazer now is in front of Coolest. Coolest now the open as well as Alec Reigns and Nade. Are going for any overtaker moves? Let's see if Coolest is going for a crazy send into the... He's trying to tease Blazer a bit, but Blazer keeping his mind calm. Maybe Coolest cooking up for the main straight. I like trades 3 seconds of time penalty. That could be crucial now for the decision of the race. If Nade can keep it clean, he maybe get past Trains. Trains now has to put a lot of stocks out so he can get past maybe one of the soft runners. I think the soft should be probably falling out a bit now. I don't know how long they hold up. And we have a spun car that is Pablo. Pablo has lost it out of the last turn on the hill, and that gives a position back to Loris somehow. Loris far enough getting back on a point position, and Coolest on the outside now into turn 12, looking great here. They're not doing any favors to each other. They're giving it enough space for battle. And also the other Invictor of Nuclear Bubble got past now perhaps on also a great overtake here in the third sector. Those are 2 cars are so raceable. You can send the cars into overtakes where you normally could never expect something. And Nuclear Bubble has clearly shown that with a move. And now he's on the hunt off the rear of the French driver of Primache. Only 1 second away, so he probably gets into the DRS zone fairly quickly. But the battle on top still continues. As I said, they are not doing each other any favor, and Nade is going for a massive send now into the turn 1 and gets past Island Cranes. That could be crucial now. If Nade gets past now one of the soft runners, there could be a lot of trouble for the soft runners. That could maybe give him the position back he started on, maybe P1, but he has to keep it clean now. That is the most important thing, and as well be fast and consistent. Now the MP Motorsports of Hauger, he definitely gets the DRS now. So is he going for an attempt on a double overtake? Let's have a look now. DRS open for Nade. Gaining, but I think it's not enough. The cars in front are a bit faster. Coolest meanwhile going on the outside of Blazer, and Blazer has to give up the position for now. That is still P2, and they have probably switched positions for the 20th time now. Great camera perspective for currently. And this Blazer thinking about the move again. He is not. There's a yellow flag behind. I think that could be Nuclear Bubble. No, I think it's Lenne. And he sent it down the inside. Great overtake attempt from Blazer and making a sticker. And side by side going through the quadruple apex corner. If they're gonna continue like that, they maybe collide. That could be the. And as I said it, commentators curse strikes. Blazer getting a bit of a shunt here from Coolest, as it looked like. And now Nade can profit. Nade can maybe profit, but as well as Island Cranes. But don't forget, Island Cranes has a 3 seconds of time penalty. Is Nade going for an overtake attempt on Coolest? He is looking for it. He's looking for it, but Coolest closing the door here. And Blazer lost a lot of position. He is in the pits. Blazer is going for an undercut, as it looks like. He is on the first car on a regular pit stop. Going and as I said, that perhaps as well they probably see something that the others don't see. Looks a bit early, but maybe they can profit from the undercut. As we all know, undercut can be quite massive here. Now it's Coolest against Nade. And now Nade has the great chance to go over the overtake on the McLaren. Lando Norris looking Invicta, and he does it. And Island Cranes also goes past Coolest. Those softs look like they reached the end. And Cranes going for a very late braking here, and he nearly collides with Nade. It could have ended a lot worse. That would have given the victory to Coolest. But now they have to work together. The thing that Blazer and Coolest didn't manage to do, working together to get rid of the middle runners. Now maybe Nade and Island Cranes can help each other. But Coolest is surely not giving up this fight. Coolest is now into the pits. Coolest into the pits. He goes 1 lap later. Now we have to look for the most important gap here, of course. Which will be, let's have a look if Island Cranes is going past Nade. Let's see on DRS. But it doesn't look like it. It looks like Nade had a better straight line speed here. But the most important thing, Trimmership stays a little bit longer than expected, as well as Nuclear Bubble. Lenne is coming into the pits. Lenne getting 10 seconds of time penalty. Very late. So, but we have to look up. Is Blazer getting past Coolest on the undercut? Let's have a look. Coolest now exiting the pit lane. And Blazer is getting past. Blazer is past Coolest. But Coolest is not far behind. But of course Blazer has a bit warmer tires now. Coolest has to put a lot of skill now. Never mind, he's still he's keeping up with him. God. And oh! Nuclear Bubble has spinned it. Nuclear Bubble has spinned it, and also on the hill as well as Pablo. Does he have front wing damage? I cannot see. I don't see it. But front wing damage here and the pit changing is not as bad. It looks like the front wing is still intact. He got very lucky, but of course he lost a lot of time here, giving maybe a chance to Lrc. But Lrc, with his 20 seconds of time penalty, will probably have something to say about it. Meanwhile, we cannot forget Nade and Island Cranes and Nade working brilliantly together, as it looks like. using the DRS to their advantage. But who pulls the trigger first for the pit stop? Is it Nado or is it Alex Rins? None of them yet. They still gonna continue with driving on the track. Coolest, meanwhile, is going on a battle hunt now with Blazer, and look, and we also have to keep an eye on Blazer because he's not too far away from Lawrence, who still has to do his pit stop across. But he probably looks like he wants to get rid of the time penalties afterwards from the stewards. We will have to take a look on that if he decides to get rid of it. Tumashev doing his thing, just driving in P3. Great job by him so far. Kimi with a 3-second time penalty. But he's in that last, unfortunately. He's trying everything he can, but a pit stop this early with front wing change could be maybe not enough, unfortunately. I think we should keep an eye on Blazer, Loris, and Coolest. As I forgot to say about the format, we also have brought back team principals. We have team principals in the season again, who hired the respective drivers, or the respective drivers offered themselves for the cars they're sitting in, and now Blazer going for an overtake on Loris, and Loris actually giving up the position. Maybe he tried to get some DRS, but I think it was far beyond the DRS detection point, and now that leaves Loris quite... No, it wasn't. Because they were already behind Nuclear Bubble, who is still going to... has now 4 cars in this play. And Loris going for the overtake here into turn 12, and oh my god, Nuclear absolutely get the overtake by 3 cars. That is unfortunate, but of course the better tires for the drivers ahead doing a massive favor for them, and Loris somehow prevailing in that, keeping his 4th position, and both front runners are into the pits. For both it will be the soft tires who gets a better pit stop. Good job for the crew of Nade, and also I think Trains, and Nade is still in front of Trains. And who is still going on? Look, it's another 10 seconds of time penalty. This race is not working to his favor. But who is on a very interesting strategy? I see what you did there, but is now officially Spanish instead of French. But he will still be French in our hearts. So, now Coolest and Blazer back again into P3, and we have Nade just behind Blazer, 1 second behind, and of course those soft tires will have now the pace advantage over the mediums. Meanwhile, actually, Nuclear Bubble is got a position on Highlight Trains. I don't know how that happened, but it looked like it could be interesting. Kimi, meanwhile, because of all the time penalties from Loris, is in a point paying position, but Loris, I think he still has time penalties. Let's see. Oh yes, he still has 23 seconds. Yeah, but Kimi could be looking for a point paying position. Meanwhile, I like Trains on Nuclear Bubble, and also Blazer versus Coolest yet again. It doesn't end. The fight doesn't end. They still go side by side for every race of this, for every turn of this race. And I think Tumashev and Nuclear Bubble both have to pull the trigger now and have to go into the pits. That will give them a bit of an advantage because they will have the youngest tires in the grid. But is it good enough? I don't know. As I predicted, the French driver is going into the pits. So that provisional P1 for Blazer right now. So let's see what Nade does. Is Nade going for an overtaking move here? It's Coolest who's going for the overtake. Nade binding his time, which could be the quite smart move, but he only has 5 laps left, and he has to use the tire to his advantage. He has to use the softs as long as he has the pace advantage. Nuclear Bubble, meanwhile, is still out. He probably hopes maybe for a safety car. Could be beneficial. Meanwhile, Pablo also won the car into the pits. Very late. Tumashev exiting the pits in P6. right in front of Pep, so it could get feisty because we all know Primozev is another driver who would like to be overtaken at any chance. So Nade has to capitalize now. Nade desperately has to capitalize now, but he gets a lot of pressure from behind from Lrc Trains. Let's see if there is another position change now between Coolest and Blazer. Or did they learn to work together finally? No, they didn't. And what is Lrc Trains doing? Lrc Trains going for a massive dive here. Lrc Trains with his 3 seconds of course has to try everything to get past Nane now if he has any good, if he wants to have any chance of a good points paying position. I mean not a good points paying position, but off the podium. And Lrc Trains actually making it a very nice overtake into the inside here. Nane doesn't get the pace advantage that he wants, and now Lrc Trains sending it in on the outside of the quadruple apex corner and also getting past Blazer. That could help Nade as well. Nade versus Lrc Trains beneficial because of Blazer now. Lrc Trains with the fastest race lap. We have Lawrence has spun. It's only a spin, nothing collected here, thank God. So, Lrc Trains. He wants to get past Coolest, and he has every chance to do it. And it's another 3 seconds as far as I jinxed it. He has now 6 seconds of time penalty. That will make the victory for him pretty much impossible. But it could be... He has to keep now an eye on Nuclear Bubble. Nuclear Bubble, I don't know if he's trying to get to the end of the race, it probably would lead to this one. And now here's the overtaking attempt into turn 11 from Lrc Trains, and it's looking good so far. A bit of pushing Coolest outside of the track, but it's still okay. And now Nade has to capitalize. Nade now has to send a dive bomb as well. Otherwise he will get left behind. He gets of course the position from Lrc Trains with the 6 seconds. But it would be not enough for the race victory. Meanwhile, Blaze is sending another attempt on Coolest and making it stick again. Those guys are fighting it out till the end. We have 4 laps left in this race. And if you like this action, what you see right now, then join the server. There should be the link in our info. As you see, there is non-stop action. If you want clean, fair racing here in Lrc, then feel free to join. Lrc Trains, another fastest lap. He's putting now everything he has out of his tires. Let's see if Nade is trying to go for... It looks like Nade has a lot of... doesn't have the straight line speed. It looks like he's running quite high wings, as it looks like. Could be a neck breaker for him. I hope he can do it. 3 laps left in this race here in Kota. Everyone looking good here now for sector 1. And Nade is scaling a bit on Coolest. And Nade has every chance now. He has to hope that Coolest gets a bit of a... maybe a mistake in. That he could capitalize on. Lawrence is into the pits. He probably tries to go for the fastest lap now, maybe? I don't know. That promotes Kimi still into P9 and also Pablo gaining a point here. So Blaze never followed for a rearing. It's Nade fast enough. It's Nade fast enough. Nade looks fast enough. Nade is going past Blazer finally. He's going for a move on Coolest as well. He tried at least, but it's not enough yet. It's not enough, but he has a good chance on the next DRS song. That is very important for him. He also now Coolest has a bit of a breather now so far because Blazer is not going for another overtake. No, and as I said, Blazer is looking for a dive bomb into the turn here on the inside, but with no better grip advantage now on the soft help. With Nade. Nade is in P3 and Nade has the chance for maybe a podium, maybe even for the win, but he has to get past Coolest. Coolest's tires are 3 laps older than him, but he, of course, tires have longer longevity. Let's see, it's Nade going for an overtake on Coolest now. He's looking for it. He's going on the inside. Is it enough? Is it enough for the braking zone? It looks good so far, but Kulis is on the outside. The outside has the better traction here. But Nade makes it. Nade is ahead so far and gives enough space now. Side by side return to. And it looks like Nade made it. Nade made it, but now he has to defend it. And now he has to defend it. And of course, he already lost 2 seconds to Lrc Trains. Lrc Trains putting everything out of the Prema and the soft tires he has. The main thing now, what Nade can have, Laser getting 3 seconds of time penalty. Laser 3 seconds of time penalty. Tires don't matter anymore. It's time now for penalties to see. Kimi meanwhile on an over. Oh no, Nuclear Bubble is finally doing his pit stop. He hoped for a safety car, I guess. But he gets a point. So, Nade. Can he defend now from Kulis and Laser? Laser and Kulis looking for a ball for move, but it's not enough. But oh, a bit of bump drafting here, and Laser is going for a Norris attempt here. Not gaining a position. Now the tires look like they already gave out a big lock up here. Is Kulis now trying to go for a move on the outside? It's the Nade taking the inside line. That is the better defensive move here. And now through the quadruple apex. Nuclear Bubble versus Pablo also in the background. Let's have a look. And I think Pablo made an actually good overtake here. GG's to him. So we have to focus on the front. Laser Norris, literally. Okay, Nade has to keep calm now. The biggest chance he has now is a hungry Blazer. A hungry Blazer is now what he needs. Two laps to go. And that could be I think it could be Nade's actually very first, but I think it was also his first pole position ever in any Lrc event. And look at the gap Nade is putting right now, 5 tenths. Six tenths. Back down to 5. But it could be a great chance. Like I said, now the biggest chance he has is now an angry, hungry Blazer. Blazer, if he fights with Kulis, could be his P1 that he desperately wants for so long, and he would also deserve for such a long time. Let's have a look. 8 tenths. Nade is putting everything out. He's pushing like crazy. Is Kulis fast enough to gain a bit of gain the gap? But doesn't look like it. It does not look like it. Blazer also not going for the overtaking him. They maybe know that they actually have to work together now. Norris with the fastest lap. Kulis and Blazer. This battle is going on for 15 laps of the race, and soon it will be 50, and it will not end till they cross the line. 6 tenths on Nade, and also 2.4 seconds on Lrc Trains. So every chance he has, even if Trains maybe gets rid of 1 second one-time penalty, it's still a win so far for Nade. And now Kulis versus Blazer versus Nade for the race victory. Down into turn 2. Kulis is also giving everything out of the mediums he has left. Nade has to push. Nade has to push. 5 tenths only. And Kulis is extremely close to Nade. Extremely close. That could be his doom. But maybe the soft tires will save him. Or maybe a desperate move from Blazer. Let's see. It's now all or nothing. To the last 2 sectors of this American F2 race. Kulis is looking for it. He has to be open. Is he going on the outside? He is going for the outside. And Nade getting the better braking. But now Kulis is looking for the move on the inside. And Nade got a bit pushed here. But Nade is not giving up. But now it's a bit of contact. No, that could be it. That could be it. Blazer's also looking for it. He doesn't have to be scared of Blazer. Blazer has, of course, his 3 seconds of time penalty. And oh, so close. And that's 6 seconds of time penalty now for Blazer. And I think, unfortunately, now that I lost it by a great overtake. Of course, Island Crates crossing line first, but 6 seconds of time penalty will cost him the victory. And that is P1 for Coolest. And Manade finishing out, unfortunately, only 3 tenths behind in P2. Island Crates gaining the third position of Blazers penalties. Blazers in P4. And Trimmer Shave, also great drive by the Hungarian driver, aka French-Hungarian driver, in P5. Then we have to wait for perhaps into P6. Great first drive with not much practice and a setup made by ChatGPT. Then Lele P7. Let's see if he can keep it or if Nuclear Bubble gets the position on him. Nuclear Bubble is coming now. And it's actually P7 for Nuclear Bubble, P8 for Lele. The time penalties cost him a lot. Pablo in P9. And it looks like, oh, that's close better to the end. Close better to the end. Gimme versus Loris for the last paying point. Loris of a course 19 seconds of time penalty. Gimme is celebrating his points as it looks like. Gaga Loris spinning it around like the fuck he is. And at P10 for Kimmy and P11 for Loris, unfortunately falling out of the points. And Blazer getting driver of the day again. I don't know how that is possible. But what a race. What a race. It was close to the end. And I would say so far, Coolest with the right eye for the overtake here. Gaining a rightful victory, but a bitter pill to swallow for Nade. So let's have a look at our standings. We have Coolest in P1, Nade in P2, Island Trains in rounding up the podium positions. P3 great race by him, Blazer in P4, Trimmer Shave in P5, perhaps in P6. Let me actually get this result. We have Nuclear Bubble in P7, Lele P8, Pablo in P9, Kimmy actually getting the last point in P10, and Loris in P11. What a race, and I would say we might be back for a short while for the interviews of this very exciting first round of the F2 challenge. See you in a few minutes. And now, after this a very exciting race of constant battles, which looked like they would never end, it's time to get a bit calmer now, hopefully. And let's get going with the interviews for this race. As you have seen, I posted the link for the driver of the day vote, so vote for your driver of the day if you want to. If not, it's also right. There is an option you vote for the driver of the day. And I would suggest we start with the current race winner of the driver, which is Coolest. So let me get him into commentator with you.
Hello. Oh.
So, hello, Coolest.
Hello. Sorry, I was just we've just been sent some well on terrorism in the clips for stream chat, so
I cannot wait for that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite the eventful race for you, or better said, eventful races for you. You basically, I think, what is it, 37 laps of constant fighting with Blazer?
Pretty much, yeah. I did feel that way. He was on my tail from pretty early on in the sprint, and then for basically the entire feature. So, yeah, got quite familiar with his driving style. You can definitely see that.
Yeah, you defended everything from him, or I think you easily changed positions at least 30 times or something.
Yeah.
But mostly keen, there is of course a bit of an incident where you both guys said that is honestly my fault. I jinxed it. I said they should be careful not to collide, and what happens in the exact same moment? You guys collide.
I see.
Yeah. So what is your opinion there? Because I only saw it with a bit of a blink of an eye. So did you have snap oversteer, or what was the reason for the?
Yes. So basically, I explained to Blazer afterwards. I did give a little apology, but basically we were obviously very close together, and then I think it was just on the curb or something whilst I was putting down the power, because I wasn't used to running out that wide. I just got the littlest snap of oversteer, and we were so close together that it was just instant tire-to-tire contact. So he got sent off towards the inside a bit. So
yeah, I saw that. I think he took the chance, but pitted. I think at the exact.
Yes, he did. He recovered very well. I was impressed by that.
And then, but he couldn't get past you in the end with, first of all, his time penalties, and then later, I think also the tires, because they were one lap older, maybe had an effect. I don't know. It's probably something I have to ask him. But anyway, you had also a good sprint race in P2, so nearly maximum points for you. P2 in the sprint. And currently P1, of course, in the feature race. And that overtake you had was quite something on Nade in the last lap.
Yeah, it was coming down to the final lap. As we were heading onto it, I thought it was going to be... Excuse me. I thought it was going to be too much of a tall order. So as we came out of the final corner to start the last lap, I said in the VC chat, I was like, I hope these soft tires fall off the cliff now, man. Otherwise, it's not happening. So I was just, I just had to wait and see. And lo and behold, going through the S's in the first sector, I was making up quite a lot of time. I definitely nailed that final lap. I had to fully lock in for that one. So yeah, just about managed to close up enough. Nade lost enough time on his dead tires, which I'm sure he'll tell you about. But yeah, once we got into the back straight, his corner exits out of 10-11 were ridiculously good. But yeah, it was just enough that I could try to put some kind of move on him, and ended up going with the trusty switchback, because you might have noticed I was running the outside line into turn 12 the entire race. That was just what worked better for me. So yeah, had to pull one more switchback, and I think there must have been two moments on the final lap where I was about an inch, maybe a pixel away from getting a penalty for track limits, because I was on my final warning. So it was super close going through the S's. I thought I was going to get one, but I just stayed on. And then the same thing happened when I made the switchback move. It was very close to cutting the corner, but I just stayed on. So it was just about fair game. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that means executed perfectly. But it was a very fun race, very fun battles.
I have to agree that the battles between you and Blaze and every other else, because Trains and Nada, of course, were involved as well in the end, was very entertaining to watch. But I have to ask, was that your strategy to be in this many battles? Because I said it multiple times on the streams, normally it would be beneficial that you and Blazer, if you run unintentionally the same strategy, you should probably help each other. Was it more on you core that you wanted to better? I guess not. Or was it Blaze's decision to be as aggressive as he was?
So I wanted to. I was hoping we'd be able to just work together and tow each other along because after the sprint race, it seemed to me that he was going to be a bit quicker than me. But I think what was actually the case is that he just had better tire work in the end. So we were actually very even on pace, which meant you have the classic dilemma of, okay, we both want to help each other, but we both also want to be the car ahead whilst helping each other. So it never ended up actually working. So yeah, I think it was all fair. I was a little bit frustrated at him for still continuing to make the same move into turn 15 every lap, but otherwise it was it was good. I can't blame him for any of that. So it worked out in the end, just about. Well, for me it did anyway.
No, yeah, certainly, because he made it more hard for himself, basically. But for now, I can only say congratulations for the first win of the season, and I think that's maximum points for you. So you probably lead the championship so far. Maybe you could get a penalty for, but it's up for Stuart's aggression, I guess. And we have the next race in Imola. So you have done any practice for Imola yet, or is it something like a complete blank sheet for you?
So I have done a little bit of testing around there. The first thing that I can say is it's almost certainly not going to be as good as my performance this week. I'm not expecting to be like I think I'll be around the title fight, but I don't think I'm going to be in it for most of the season because Trains is very, very quick. So if he can sort out his penalty stuff, then he should definitely be the favourite. But I was saying to Nade, my goal is if I can try and have a nice battle with him and Blazer for P2 in the standards, that'd be fun. So yeah, Imola though, it's hard to say. The track limits are going to be very interesting there, that's for sure. And
definitely, I have driven a few. The track limits are quite something in the F2 cars.
Yeah, I'm not too convinced that my pace will be as good around there since it's a lot of slow corners. So
we'll
see how it is.
You have a great history with Imola, but it's up for the gods. And also thank you, Pablo, for your Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you.
Thank you, Pablo.
1 day of not French calling because we have found a new French driver, which is Swimmer Shade.
Of course.
Yeah, I think that would be everything from my side. Do you have anything left to say?
No, that's pretty much it. Just thank you to all the guys for having some clean battles, and also no thank you to Lrc. I don't know what that guy was doing. He was making some stupid moves today.
It's something you see a bit maybe on my stream.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to watch it back. But yeah, that's it from me. Thank you.
Bye bye. Cool. See you next week.
Bye bye.
Okay. Also, you might hear we have Discord Halloween sounds right now. So I would say we're gonna continue maybe a bit of a speed run now. Let's go with Nade next, which he had a great race. That rose. Let's see. Oh. So Nade.
Mate, hello.
Hello. Heartbreak a bit, but overall a great day for you and on points, I would have to say.
Yeah, it was disappointing losing it in the last straight. My tires were just screaming for help. And I couldn't hold it in the S section, which was my stronger part of the lap. So I lost like 4 tenths there that I could have gained back and seal the deal, but it was good. First pole position, and it was a pretty good sprint race and pretty good feature race, so I'm happy about it.
Yeah, you had a great battle with Trains over the feature race specifically. Your sprint wasn't as good as your feature race, I have to say. P5 is still a very valid position, I have to say. Gaining good positions with you and Norris for MP Motorsports. Yeah, but of course, like I also asked Ulis right before, you had quite a battle with Trains, and it looked like you couldn't capitalize on your soft tires as you hoped for, probably. Or is it something I just don't see, or was there a bigger game plan on your softs? Because I think you should have maybe tried for overtakes earlier?
Yeah, I don't know. These cars, for me, they're really hard to overtake.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you get into that window, it's really easy and really fun to race.
Mm-hmm.
But like to get into that like overtake window per se, it's really hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
So um, like every time I try to like look up something, the gap would close really quick, or there wasn't a gap, or yeah, Blazer and Coolest was fighting so hard that I just couldn't match them, and I that burned up my tires a little bit too much, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't notice
Mm-hmm.
it until a bit, and then I did a couple of mistakes in the last sector, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna play it more cool, and yeah, in the last lap, my tire just died. So yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. I said that the thing that you would have needed was a hungry Blazer sending a crazy move on Coolest or something. But Coolest was the one who saw the chance and got you with a great overtake down into turn 12 and through the Sector 3 complex. But as I said, P2 is nothing to be ashamed about, especially after the performance you showed today. You think you can reproduce that coming up into Imola?
I don't know because Imola it's a really hard track for me. It sometimes works, it sometimes doesn't. I will have to see. I'll have to find out next week. But yeah, I'm excited to see what I can produce there.
Okay, so I think I don't have anything more left to say. You said basically everything what we need to know. Maybe you can say something if you want to.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty good race for me. I'm 18 races with coolest in the sprint race. I was just like hampered with a bit of the going through the pack thing that you lose a lot of time.
Hmm.
So yeah, pretty good overtakes, pretty good control of the car that more than I expected. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about the result today. Obviously, the win was on site, but it's still good at podium.
Yeah,
So happy about it.
definitely. Next week I'm probably also competing with you, so I hope for a great
Hmm.
battle as we always had with each other. And
Yes.
yeah, see you around next week in Imola.
See ya, mate. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay. So let's see. Next one would be unfortunately Blazer. Hello, Blazer. Blazer.
Yes.
So, welcome to the commentary booth. Great sprint, not so great, or maybe not the better feature race for you, but still valiant positions. Nice P4 so far in the um, main race, and we had a nice P3 in the sprint. I think, yeah, we had. So yeah, you had quite the battle of coolest as we probably saw today. I'm getting pinged right now. Sorry. What was the game plan today? You started on the same time as Coolest. Did you expect to fight with him this much, or would you have expected something else of the race today?
I knew Coolest was going to be on equal pace with me, somewhat, and he got a snap of oversteer like lap 6, which forced me into the pit lane when I did not want to pit, so that threw off my race strategy.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we were all back in a bunch, us four, Bubble on very old tires slams lets off the throttle on corner exit in front of all of us, forcing me into a 3-wide situation. And then he blamed that on me, so that sucks obviously, but that's a call for the stewards to make, not me. But other than that, it was a pretty good race.
Yeah, I saw already you opened the ticket for that. Yeah, but your battle with Coolest, what is your perspective on that? I think it was probably pretty fun for you, but did you want that battle, or would have expected or would have wanted more clean air?
It was very clean battling, and obviously Coolest is a very good driver. I trusted him, and I think he trusted me most of that race. had 6 overtakes into that one corner. I do not know the number, but I had 6 overtakes in the race in that one corner, and 5 of those were on coolest. So back and forth the whole race. The only lap we weren't within a second of each other was the lap that I boxed. So very fun.
So yeah, next week is Imola. So you already started a bit of practice there, or is it something that you still a blank sheet for you?
Imola is probably one of my favorite tracks to drive. I don't know about F2s, but I'm looking forward to it with the tight nature of the track, and yeah.
Oh, okay. So the only thing you have to control now is your time penalties, but on Imola, that's the most hardest thing to do. So I wish you good luck for next week and see you around.
Yep.
Okay. So next one would be Trimmer Shave. Let's see if he actually wants to talk with me. Where is my favorite French driver? Trimmer Shave. Or do I have to say? Oh, wait, I have to get Blaze in here one more time. Is he still here? Fuck! Forgot. Sorry, I forgot to ask him about his political statements. Sorry, Error. Looks like my favorite Frenchie doesn't want to talk to me. Unfortunate, but let's not get distracted by that. Let me get rid of him. And then I guess we're gonna go with Nuclear next. Hello, Nuclear.
Hello there.
Hello there. So, first of all, I think you had a better sprint. Or it's it's the same. Okay, no, you had a better feature race, but still.
Technically.
But still, both times point blank positions. After the, I would call it, rough form you had at the end of season 7, where you decided to, unfortunately, end your season a bit early. Looks like you had a better experience with the F2 cast today. So how was that for you? Is it a better experience for you overall? You feel more comfortable, or is it just luck today?
I'm still learning this game. I feel like I am, clearly 4 months behind everybody, possibly more, whatever the date this game came out. But I got new pedals, and I'm thinking that had a lot to do with it. My throttle was twitching on the old set, and I'm wondering if that's what caused all the spins. Now I'm more comfortable. I'm still getting used to the throttle response a little bit, but overall, pretty good. No complaints. I just need to get the pace up. But spin here and here and there, 2 spins in the sprint and feature, but you know, we finished and got points.
Exactly,
So
you got
no penalties either way as well. So
I don't know. There is a ticket open, unfortunately for you. Blazer said something that.
Yeah, I want you to even take a look at that. He took that exact clip and wants to report me for the first turn. I just got a slow exit because I'm on old tires. So he decides to go 4 wide, I think it is, like 3, 4 wide into the second corner there. So I'm like, okay, there's no point of me fighting this. I'm just going to brake stupid early. And apparently I'm being reported for slowing down going into the second corner. So I have no idea why I would get a penalty for that.
I don't know. I have to look at the ticket myself to make a decision for that. It's not for me to judge now into the interview rating room. But you held out a long time on the tires. I think you pitted the last 2 laps. You hoped for a safety car, I guess.
Yeah, so I had a little mini half spin and then I lost I went from a half second gap to trimmer to an 8-second gap. So what I did was I just stayed out and hoped for a safety car. Once I knew that we were in the window where a safety car is not possible anymore, I pit and I just gave it my best shot to get a fastest lap. Loris went in and did a better one, but props to him, props to Coolest. It is what it is, and I just
Yeah, it
I
happens.
have no complaints on my side.
It happens.
So
It happens to the
Um,
best of us. Fastest laps, especially, are not always that easy to do. But in the end, it was enough for points. And since I forgot to ask on Blades, I'm gonna ask you this: who are you voting for in the next election?
who? What?
Who are you gonna vote for in the next election?
Harambe.
Harambe. So Kamala Harris. You guys heard it here first.
Touche.
Because it starts with an H. I don't know. I put that up into the stars and leave it probably there for the better of my sanity. Yeah, so let me ask you one more serious question. Next week we're gonna go to Imola, a difficult circuit, or is it something you would like more than Kota, for example?
They're both up there on probably some of my favorite circuits. The one thing I love about Imola is just the way you can ride the curbs on it, and I love the chicane. There's never been any sim where I haven't loved just tackling that chicane.
Which chicane?
And
There
also
are
the
three.
double rights. What's that?
There are three chicanes in Imola. Which one is it? Tamburello,
The
Vilna,
tight
or
the
Alta?
tight one. Yeah, the tight one towards the end of the lap.
Okay, that's Alta.
I mean, I just enjoy the whole. I just think it's a good, nice, flowing kind of track in the way that you race it and stuff. And I don't think I'm going to be, blistering fast or anything. I think I'm going to kind of stay where I'm at, if not be slower. But you know what? I think I will just enjoy it as long as I don't die.
Yeah, that's always a good.
That's my goal right now is just use this off-season series to gain consistency in this game, so that way it can go into the actual season, hopefully, and just even if I'm getting P9s, oh well, it's still getting points there, and it's just take it race by race, get some consistency. Maybe I might become faster, maybe I might not. So
Yeah, but that's a great chance, I guess, to get back into the grooves of the game. That's also what off season is a bit made for, of course. I'm hoping forward to see you in season 8 then, and also you gaining a bit of your old pace back. I'm very excited to see that, and I would say see you next week then in Imola.
see you next week in Imola. Thank you for broadcasting. Appreciate you.
Thank you. I think I did horrible today, but let's see what Coolest has to say.
You know what? Either way, I respect you. So
Thank you.
I respect you do.
Thank you. So goodbye.
Goodbye.
So let's continue with our beloved Bubble.
Hello.
Hello, Bubble. Did you know
Hello.
you are a translator, language speaking, a language learning app? It's called Bubble in German.
Oh,
Did you know?
okay. Epic.
Very epic. So let me just really quickly look up your positions. I think you did better than I expected. The sprint, unfortunately. No, the sprint was good. Your qualifying was shit. Sorry.
Yes. My qualifying was really shit.
So you got a P9, just missing out on the points in the sprint, but not far behind Nuclear. But then something very funny happened in the sprint race, which you gained at least 1 point out of P9. So that's still a great. No, sorry, 2 points of P9. But yeah, there was something very funny that happened on the race start.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Oh, sorry. I mean, how do I even start? Like in the sprint, Lennon and me were like having quite a nice battle in the sprint, and then we just like I don't know what happened, but I think I went too early on throttle. I kind of spun out into Lennon, and then yeah, we both lost positions, and I kind of feel bad about that. So sorry, Lennon. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it happens to the best of us.
Yeah. Yeah, it could have been P7 there in the sprint instead of P9, but yeah. And then on the race start,
I don't know what happened. I think from what I saw is that Lelen squeezed Kimmy, but Kimmy was on my like at my rear tires, so then Lelen caused us all to crash. So I think that was what I saw from Kimmy's POV. But yeah, just unfortunate. Then yeah, it kind of screwed over the whole feature race.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but in the end, still 2 points for Prema. That's very important.
Yes.
And also with your teammate I Like Trains getting a good P. I think it was P3 in the end. It's still a very decent amount of points, especially also he
Yes.
got a good position in the sprint as well. Did the race outside of the incident on the start work out as you hoped for? Or is it something where you say there could be still, it could have gotten better if something went better for you, I guess?
Yeah, honestly, it could have been better if, like, some laps later, at the end of the SS section, you have like this weird corner where you go kind of flat out, but also not. But yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, there my car steered to the right instead of the left for some reason, even though I was steering to the left. So then I spun off. It's kind of unfortunate. Had wing damage because of that. So could have been better, but yeah. At the end, it kind of worked out. I think I should have pitted 1 lap earlier than lap 10, but yeah.
Yeah, it happens. But maybe there's a good chance for you to get a better position in Imola. Imola could be quite chaotic.
Yep.
You look forward to that, or is it something that you dread?
Yeah, it's a track I really look forward to. It's quite a nice track. It's an old school track. It's it's really like it's like an actual circuit. So I'm kind of happy about that. Like not a street circuit. Like
I mean,
yeah, it's a nice track.
Kota
No, I
is-
know Kota has a normal track, but it's just I'm happy we're just not racing on streets.
Okay, so you basically hate asphalt.
I mean, purpose-built tracks also have asphalt, so I don't know.
I don't trust you here. Okay, so okay, it would be everything from my side.
Yeah.
I hope you can see Max winning. Hopefully today. Have fun watching F1 and see you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, see you next week and in Imola. Have fun.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
So, and one more left. There's of course our goat, the man himself. You were so fast we didn't even see you on track. Hey, Swedish guy, wake up. Hey, sweet. Never mind, he doesn't want to talk to me. How do I? Then he have a shorter commentating, I guess. Let's go now over the clips for stream, and I'm really looking forward to that. Those will be juicy, I think. I already saw it. It could be quite fun. Let's have a look now into the clips of stream channel here in Lrc. As I said, if you want to join the action, follow our Twitch server, Twitch stream, and if you follow, then you find a link in our info box for the server where you can join and take part in this great F2 opportunity, F2 challenge. So we have a Twitch clip right now from Pablo. I already saw this, so we have to take a look really quick. Two clips of stream. Does it work? No, it shows Discord. That's not what I wanted. Embedded version is below. Okay. We have the first one from Trimmer Shave, which has 3 skulls underneath it. I'm giving it 4. It's with the French flag.
Holy shit, my set is bad.
Let's see what he is doing on the race. Oh!
fucking terrorist.
Kimmy pushing him a bit here on the race start. Let's have a look here. I mean, Lele is still clean here, and yeah, I think Kimmy tried maybe on an attempt on Trimmer Shave and oversaw him, or didn't see him coming on the inside. But for Trimmer Shave, it all worked out. Unfortunately, this French flag does discredit everything he has done today, and he will not be recognize those points he gathered today, and also not this overtake. Very important. So next one is from Kimmy, that is the feature race start. It's with great phone quality. We have to wait for the better version of Pablo. Oh yeah, okay. That was not on Kimmy. Lele unfortunately came to the left. Yes, to the left. I think it's basically a bit of a reverse situation which we had on the sprint race start, where he unfortunately squeezed Kimmy, in which he was in a complete sandwich, getting the better start, of course, on the softs, both drivers. Yeah, unfortunate. Stewards will probably take a look at it, as well as me included, on who is to blame for that, if there is actually a blame. So we have a lot of smallest clips from Blazer, which I don't really like right now, but let's see. I think it might be a lot of overtakes. Let's see, we have the feature race. Yep, going down the inside, nicely done. We have seen it a few times. That was something. Let's see the next one. Another one in lap 5, one lap earlier. Vara overtake. Interesting, we have another overtake. Oh wow, guys, it's an overtake. How many times? Shoo, one more time. Wow, also, I can only say Vara overtakes. I think we are through here. Vara overtakes all in the same corner. What is now more interesting? Those overtakes or my DRS clips? It's not for me to decide, it's probably your choice. Now we have from Pablo's view the racer with actually decent quality. Let's have a look. Very bad start for Pablo, dropping the RPM here. And yeah, he's just a bystander, unfortunately. Lucky he didn't get any damage or time penalties. The game is very particular on the 10 seconds here. Interesting that it was only a warning here for Pablo. Yeah, but of course losing a lot of time, but what he did is formidable. He kept his head calm and actually got a point paying position in the end. So great job by Pablo today, we have to agree on that. We have next a clip from Pablo. Out of lap 9 in the sprint. Side by side going now with, I think that's Lele. Yep, that's Lele in the Trident. Nicely battled, nicely defended so far. Is Lele looking for the overtake here, the Blazer move? And he's looking a little bit, but Pablo, oh, and Pablo gets a spin and a snap of oversteer, and that causes the spin we saw in the stream for both cars. That's really unfortunate for both drivers, because Pablo, Jesus fucking Christ, Pablo was in the point paying positions here in P8. Yeah, it's unfortunate that he lost out of because of that, but hopefully there's no bad blood between him and Lele of this incident. We have another one from Kimmy, nicely filmed off the screen. Arrow, shut up, please. Please. I cannot do this anymore. Let's see. Oh, Kakaloris, Kakarin. Oh, yeah, I think we saw that on stream. Yeah, that's how Kimmy got his front wing damage. Yeah, Loris absolutely cackered it here. And boop. It's hard to decide if Kimmy could have a chance. I mean, it was close. Let's have a look again. Yeah, but Kimmy committed. That was a nice disruption, to be honest. True. Yeah, it's. I think Kimmy could have probably opened the steering a bit earlier because you saw he's really committed here to the apex, and Laura spinning in front of him doesn't help him. Yeah. Maybe. I think it's on Kimmy, unfortunately. The 10 seconds for Loris are bullshit, by the way. What could he do about it? And also, what is impressive is 22% of tire wear after 2 laps. I don't know if that's normal, but I'm scared. So, that's a book. It's one from Blazer. Let's see if it's the Blazer overtake or not. Side by side with Nuclear Bubble. Oh, I think that might. No, it's Loris, right? Nuclear Bubble now going. Oh. Oh, nice. That was a free wide battle fruit. I think that's turn 13. Loris a bit of snap oversteer. And now absolutely selling it. And Loris getting a great exit out of the outside line, which is normally the better thing to do here. So great job by Loris. Blazer overtake, not as much because no, sorry, that's. Oh wait, Cool is also got passed. That is I think what Blazer probably said he reported. Oh yeah, okay, it's Cool is getting passed here. Interesting. To be honest, I don't see an excessive slowing down here. He was scared because he had to do something, and of course Blazer crashed into him a bit, and that could upset the car. I don't know. For me, it doesn't look like it was intentional by Bauer, but I take a peek afterwards in the tickets, I guess. We have another Kimmy PV with potato quality. Let's have a look. So Pablo and Lele going into the Blazer corner. Lele close with Pablo. Oh, that is the incident from Kimmy's view. Yeah. Nicely avoided by Kimmy this time at least. But unfortunately for Pablo and Lele, as I said. Yeah. That snap is of course on Pablo. I don't know if it was a skill issue or maybe degrading tires. It's quite late in the race in lap 9. If there's a ticket, we will have to see who's to blame for it. So far, unfortunate. We have here a gift on this reaction, also good. Another one from Kimmy. Let's look at his sprint start. Let's see what he has done here. Where the collision with Shave, what happened? Okay, he had the. Was there real movement? Actually, there was movement to the right. Then the hit was. It's hard to say. No, there was a left movement. Yeah, I guess Kimmy unintentionally moved a bit to the left to maybe block off Trimmer, but with that reaction was way too late. When you have a red arrow, you cannot really turn into another driver. Unfortunate for him. How did he film this? It's in the race. Did he put his phone up the entire time? And did he drive with one hand? I hope not. Kimmy, your PS4 has a clipping built-in. If you didn't know, I would recommend that. And one more clip, one more left from Pablo. Start of lap 5. in the sprint race. Kimi now side by side with perhaps nicely overtaken here actually by Kimi. Nice done. But perhaps not giving up. Oh, a bit of contact here. And Pablo trying to get the advantage here. And it looks like outside line, perhaps absolutely sending it. Yeah, that was on perhaps. He didn't turn him properly here. Yeah, so Pablo actually nice on here. Perhaps not so much. I think that's everything now. We are at the end of our clips. Nice. Cool. Dann ich würde sagen, wir haben. Oh, why the fuck am I speaking German? I'm terribly sorry. I would say we are done for the first stream here in Lrc for the F2 event. And what an event it was already. Quite the races for the feature and the sprint race. Next week I will be driving from now on. Xyz will commentate the rest of the remainder of the season. He said he wanted to drive for one race this season, that was the deal. But let's see how we agree on that. Maybe I jump in for the rest of the season, maybe not, we'll have to see. But if not, then you will see Xyz here for next week. If not, then we will have a nice meeting again. I would say thank you for watching. If you liked it, we would always be appreciative of a subscription. You can subscribe for free via Twitch Prime if you have that. That's also included in your Amazon Prime if you didn't know. And if you feel really generous, you could also leave a like. Not leave a like. Follow us on Twitch. And maybe then subscribe with free money or donate if you're crazy. I don't know. Yeah, would be everything from my side. Like I said, next week we go to Imola. I think that will be a banger of a F2 race. And all I have to say, have fun watching the F1 race. And see you next week. Goodbye and have a great night.